XRP on the verge of global explosion. If this video doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will.
I ain't gonna give in now. I ain't gonna live this now. I'm gonna be man, I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. Know that I'm just going to say.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising. Good evening, warriors all over the world. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I just want to say thank you. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I know there's many different mixed emotions with all these different things happening within the world, but I'm just going to say thank you. And I'm just going to be present with my family. Enjoy the frequency. So from my family to yours, I unconditionally, without expectations, love you. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And I want to share with you, you're going to want to watch till the end of this video. I got a little special treat for you. XRP is going to shock the world. Just my opinion. XRP is going to shock the world. Ripple is going to shock the world. As all these companies collapse, as all these black swans happen, Ripple has its head down, building, stacking up their capital. As many companies are struggling or over leveraged, Ripple is going to start dominating and monopolizing the market. I've always believed in Ripple. I've always believed in XRP. I'm not a maximalist. I'm an investor. I'm an investor who looks at real world solves, looks at mosaic scores, the health of the companies. And I've never, ever promoted a pump and dump, ever. I've never been paid to pump a cryptocurrency. I've been approached thousands of times to pump cryptocurrencies. I've never, ever taken money to pump a crypto. This is much bigger than me. This is much bigger than me, the mission that I'm doing. This is about building generational wealth from my family to your family and historically. And I'm here to start teaching you guys. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm here through my expression of what I've done to completely flip my subconscious mind into wealth building. And I'm going to start showing you guys the tools and techniques at a very deep level of what I did to completely shift my timeline. So let's dive into it. I highly recommend you go all the way to the end of this video, okay? Because it's really important. I got a little special treat. There'll be some longer videos, so I'm going to speed up the front end, okay, really quick. So as this FTX narrative happens, you have to understand, guys, I teach you, when you look this way, there's other things happening this way. So if they get you to look over here at the fire or the Coliseum, remember, there's something happening over here. So all the sparks are going off. All these influencers are trying to go viral off FTX. It sucks. It was a horrible thing. A lot of people are going to get exposed through FTX. That's a fact. Congress, people, it's just all greed, basically, right? What's done in darkness comes light. Well, if you're the light, then stop looking at the darkness and focus over here what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so as you look over here, they're building regulation for cryptocurrency. As you look over here, they're getting ready to launch central bank digital currencies. As you look over here, they're changing the whole infrastructure of your financial system. That's why they printed more money than in history in the last 24 months. They didn't just turn the printing machine on. They didn't just lock you down in your houses for no reason. They locked you down in your houses globally for a very specific reason. They got you on your phones for a very specific reason. They got companies to test the at-home model for a very specific reason, because we are moving from industrial to technical, and with industrial to technical, you need new financial rails and systems, which is blockchain technology, ODL, on-demand liquidity, and they need money to move at the speed of light because information is moving at the speed of light, and they don't want you to have sovereign wealth. And because of fintech, you're able to create your own bank. You're able to be sovereign. You're able to have your own money, but the sheep are so indoctrinated that they know if they can keep them distracted over here, they can build the infrastructure over here, and boom, they're going to keep hitting switches, and next thing you know, you won't even know what happened. All of a sudden, you'll be operating on ODL. So at the same time of FTX, all this stuff is happening. White House recommends creating a digital dollar. The Biden White House has released the first ever framework for regulation on digital assets. One suggested including potential formation of a U.S. central bank digital currency. Okay. So as they told you, 2 years ago during the C word, that no cryptocurrency is a fraud, that nonstop. But 2 years later, Now we're getting a central bank digital currency, a digital dollar. New York Fed launches digital dollar pilot program with big banks. We announced that here on the channel. The Reserve Bank of India, this is all while FTX is happening. The Reserve Bank of India to launch a retail CBDC pilot in December. Bank of Japan to run CBDC experiments with countries' mega banks. Report the central bank will decide on issuing a digital currency by 2026. I've told you guys by 2025, your whole financial system is going to be completely different. Okay. Press release, BIS, Bank of International Settlements, October 26, 2022. That's weird. 26. It was like a future. Yeah, it's the 24th. That's interesting. I guess the press release is coming out on the 26th. So we're back to the future. BIS and 4 central banks complete successful pilot of real value transactions on cross-border ODL, on-demand liquidity, cross-border payments, CBDC platform. So here's the document. You can take a look at this stuff. So just go here. You can read these press releases. Not exciting, kind of boring, but the G20 has made enhanced cross-border payments a global priority, as has the identify of central bank digital currencies, the potential bullshit, the way forward to improve such payments. A holy grail solution for cross-border payments is one which allows such payments to be immediate, Ripple, cheap, Ripple, universally accessible, and settle in seconds, or settle in secured settlement medium for wholesale payments. Central bank money is the preferred medium for financial market infrastructure. Remember that paragraph I just read to you, because I'm going to show you 2 videos coming up. Okay. Now, this was powerful. Bank of America to partner with Ripple for ODL services after XRP lawsuit finishes. We know that Ripple is in Bank of America's patent. Okay. Warren Buffett closed out almost all of his bank stocks in 2020 and raised his position in Bank of America. Apple is the #1 holding, and Bank of America is #2. Brad Garlinghouse made it clear that they are ready to settle with the SEC as long as they can get clarity on XRP. I asked him if American companies were waiting on the sidelines to jump in the game once clarity happens. He said, absolutely. He specifically said Bank of America. Bank of America is a huge partner of Ripple. This is from Brad Garlinghouse. And he said Bank of America stands to gain really big when the settlement happens, because Bank of America is going to have a huge competitive advantage over their competitors by using on-demand liquidity on the marketplace. So Brad is very bullish. Earlier the month, Ripple Labs announced record growth in their on-demand liquidity products despite the SEC lawsuit alleging that XRP is a security. So as all these clowns fight back and forth with that, we're all getting duped. If you follow my stuff, and I know I don't get a lot of followers because of this stuff, you're all being played. I'm trying to teach you the game. You're all being played. The only way to change the system is get enough money, like Elon and what Kanye is doing. Also, I'm not saying support or for or against. I'm just saying, if you want to change the game, then get enough money to change the game. I didn't create the financial system, but I understand how the system works. And so I'm planning on putting my head down, freaking blinders on, chest proud, chin up like a warrior. I'm going to build as much wealth as I can so I can start to change the system. That's what I plan on doing. Okay. So here's where I wanted you to hang on till. So Rosie Rios, this was put out by the Ripple Effect on YouTube. So thank you for that. Rosie Rios, the future of money. I want you to listen to what she says. Okay. Remember this here, the paragraph that I read right here. Listen to what she says, and then we're going to watch a video on Ripple's website.
What I like to talk about is really kind of this intersection between government and innovation. Certainly coming from the Bay Area, born and raised in Silicon Valley, I've seen a lot of change over time. And what I love is the conversation is really starting to happen in a constructive way, where I think we as a region, we as a country, and perhaps we as a globe can really think about the future of fintech and who the stakeholders are and how we can make this effective for everyone. So when you think about growth, it's not just kind of GDP growth, which of course is a big part of the economy, but it's also where new growth comes from. And that usually comes from, certainly lately, in technology and innovation. So I think the benefit of why business and government should be working together is, again, providing that level of certainty for further expansion, further growth, and certainly more jobs for the economy. So blockchain is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And so it's not just how to facilitate commerce. There are other applications, whether it's NFTs, whether it's, selling real estate, whether it's, any type of financial ledger that can be recorded for posterity's sake. This is here to stay. And it's important and incumbent upon the government at every level, whether it's local, whether it's state, whether it's national, to really give some thought as to how those applications are going to benefit them and benefit everyone. But I think what's most important is, what are those guardrails? What are those tracks that we can lay down in order to move forward in a way that really blazes the trail for future growth and future opportunities that we don't even know are there yet?
Boom. Listen to what she's saying. Rosie Rios came from the Treasury. She said, I'm the last person to sign the last $100 bill. She said, I'm also responsible for bringing in a new form of money. She sits on the board for Ripple. Listen to what she just said. We are waiting for the new rails. SEC sues Ripple. SEC sues Ripple, the most well-run crypto company in the whole ecosystem. Gary Gensler meets with FTX 6 months ago. Nothing happens. All these people from the CFTC are connected to FTX. Nothing happens because FTX, all these other crypto companies aren't run like Ripple. They are using Ripple and XRP as the catalyst to bring in regulation so the government and private sector can come together and the new infrastructure can be built and institutions can get their green light. And once institutions get their green light, massive adoption is going to happen. Okay, so that's Rosie Rios. She's on, if you're new to Ripple or new to my channel, she is on the board of directors for Ripple. Okay, Bank of America is on Ripple. She's on the board of directors. She came from the Treasury. Okay, so this is and we know that. I just want to show you this. Ripple appoints former Treasurer, United States, Rosie Rios. Okay. Now I want to watch this video. It's a longer video, but this is on Ripple's website. So think about what she just said. Central bank digital currencies. Central banks, digital currency, digital currency, digital currency, digital currency, digital currency. Boom. Let's go back to here and let's listen to the words that they state and what the BIS is saying in the solve that Ripple has.
Today's global financial system is more complex than ever before. Yet as the world's economies grow, the infrastructure they rely on needs to evolve. Every nation has its own independent monetary policy and regulatory standards. But with varying system access and legacy technology, the world's financial infrastructure can seem overwhelming. At Ripple, we enable governments and central banks around the world to create new, high-performance financial infrastructures built on blockchain technology. More specifically, we help governments build and launch central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. They are national currencies powered by modern technology that is secure, centralized, and scalable. And these CBDCs will enable central banks to implement their monetary policies in more efficient and effective ways. The Ripple team brings a wealth of expertise to every new CBDC solution, working with hundreds of financial institutions, policymakers, and regulators. Our solutions facilitate billions of dollars in cross-border payments around the globe. Ripple's CBDC solution is based upon one of the most reliable, sustainable, and open-source blockchain protocols, the XRP ledger, XRPL. The XRP ledger technology is perfect for CBDC blockchain applications. It's fast, with transactions complete in 2 to 3 seconds. It's easily customizable and programmable. It's reliable, having closed over 72 million ledgers since 2012. The ledger's native functionality for issuing digital currencies also reduces the need for bespoke programming and reduces risk. Finally, the technology is sustainable as one of the first carbon-neutral blockchains. Each pilot is completely customizable and shaped to the needs of the central bank by an expert team. Here's how it works. Each nation's CBDC is hosted on a private version of the XRP ledger. Access by participants is granted by the administrator and fully secure. Using Ripple's CBDC solution, the central bank has full control over supply, allowing them to increase supply or redeem it. And through a standard API and multiple SDKs, integration into existing systems is simplified and suitable for traditional and non-traditional participants. Additionally, the central bank can issue other assets and allow participants like commercial banks to do so. The central bank can also authorize who holds the currency on the ledger, whether that's held directly by consumers or through commercial banks. Transactions typically settle in seconds compared to days, making CBDCs suitable for use cases like retail point of sale. This can open the door for real-time salary payments and collection of tax at point of sale, which gets funds to an institution or a consumer faster while eliminating debt risks. CBDC data is fully controlled and auditable by a central bank, allowing for its analysis in support of monetary policy. And the data maintains transaction privacy while still allowing for regulators to monitor for criminal activities. Finally, a Ripple-designed CBDC can provide a means to bridge disparate currencies through XRP. Its inherent interoperability can allow for connection with other central bank ledgers for efficient cross-asset and cross-border transactions. This can be done with cross-issuance, using XRP as a bridge currency or via cross-ledger communication protocols. This reduces the risk that institutions are forced to accept when transacting across multiple networks or currencies in the current system. The creation of a CBDC provides powerful benefits for the economy and people of an adopting central bank. It's technology that places trust in digital money in the hands of a central bank that can guarantee accessibility to funds and the resulting services, as is the case with cash today. The result? An improved foundation for global financial development where businesses, commercial banks, and ultimately people can unlock new economic potential.
All the money, warriors. Think about that. The game is being played against us. All the money. FTX, all these things collapsing. These are all black swans by design to shake the system, to bring in regulation. Do you think they were going to let us run off and create our own financial system? Do you really think the billions and trillions of dollars, the BlackRocks and all that stuff, are going to let us head off into the sunset and start our own financial system? Do you really think? The love of power is present, warriors. Until the power of love is fully present, and that starts with you, it will never overpower the love of power. We can, through individuals, expressing the power of love. Eventually, the power of love will overtake the love of power. Right now, the love of power is in play. So the only way you can do it is be in the infrastructure, understand the infrastructure, switch the system by getting the financial means, and then changing the system. That's it. Elon's doing it. Well, whoever you believe, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So warriors, I want to share this with you. Link to amazing company. You can get into Ripple pre-IPO if you're an accredited investor. I highly recommend you jump in, you surf around their website. The link will be down below. You can still get into Ripple pre-IPO. And today is Thanksgiving. So Thursday. So the next day, which is Friday, they're going to have a Black Friday. A lot of you guys have been asking. They're lowering the minimums for 6 of the companies. One of them is Ripple as well. So the minimum, they're lowering the minimum to $5,000 to get in pre-IPO. You do have to be an accredited investor. I also wanted to show you something as well that's down in the description. Very excited about this. This is my own project. Okay, this is something we've been working on for over a year, and I wanted to, my apologies, I wanted to show this to you guys. So you can join the Discord now. So we are launching on XRPL January 11th, 2023. Check this out. All right, so we are launching. We have our official launch date on January 11th, 2023. We are launching on XRPL, X Royalty. Our battle is against nobody. Our battle is against our own consciousness. We're going to bring humans together all over the world through light, love, and positivity. And we're going to change the ecosystem. And we're going to use technology for good. We're going to help people pull themselves away from this noise over here and bring themselves back into light, love, and positivity, get them out of their head and into their hearts to connect with their truth and their higher consciousness. We're not here to change anybody. We're not here to change the world. In turn, we're here to show you that you have the power to change yours. Warriors, get your shit together. Let's go.